Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 56 of The Road to Glory. Now, for this episode, we want to try and get through February. Now, of course, we already did the pay-per-view. That was in the last episode. And it was pretty good. Unfortunately, the main event was a bit of a letdown. But on this first Battella Eterna... pay rise request from El Critico. And he wants 3,001. He wants a over $1,000 pay rise. Starting to wonder if it would be better just to put him on a written deal. Let's have a quick look. So, El Critico. I mean, he's pretty popular. 75 B minus. He's also really good. Like, he has literally been improving, even more so than you would kind of expect from a guy his age. He is 43 years old, but yet, still finds improvements pretty much with every match he's ever in. Now, let's have a look at employment. Still probably going to be cheaper to do pay-per-appearance for him. So he wants about 21,000, and then we're currently paying him about, how much is he on? 2,000, yeah, 2,800. So that's about... Yeah, I mean, it's only about 12,000-ish, maybe 13,000 per month if he is in every show. So it definitely makes sense to keep him on pay-per-appearance. But the downside to that is the fact that, he could be poached away by south of the border. Although I don't really see them going for a 43-year-old, even one as good as El Critico. But yeah, so let's move into Battella Eterna, and we were going to do a big main event for this first TV show, and that is going to be a 10-man Mayhem Battle Royale, pinfalls and submissions, so it's not an over-the-top rope Battle Royale. And we have Alina America coming in as well, and as you can see, Tiffany Jade there, also going to 5-star on a written contract. We still have Starmaster, whose contract is running out with South of the Border, and we are definitely going to bring him in. And like I said in the last episode, I kind of want to put him in a tag team with Cosmic Rider as the Galactic Union. I feel like that was a pretty good name, actually, just coming up on the spot. And hopefully they'll have some decent chemistry together. Anyway, let's get into the TV show. I'm really just hoping that we can at least get a 95 A-star out of Kyla before TEW 2020 comes out. And, we're getting really close to the trial version releasing. Obviously, I'm looking forward to that, but at the same time, I really want to at least try and complete this series, even if, traditionally you need to be a national or above company. I feel like if we can at least get a 99 to a 100 A-star match out of Kyla while we're cult, I do feel like it would be, it's not completing the challenge, but I would say it's a successful attempt at the challenge itself. And I think that's the most important thing, going through, and just... I've enjoyed playing this series so much. Probably more than New York City or TCW. And, it would just be nice to actually achieve what is required for a Road to Glory. Anyway, here we go. 10-man Mayhem. And it's going to be primarily our upper mid-carders and main eventers. So let's go Angel of Mercy, Boom Boom. Cosmic Rider. We want El Critico, El Medico, Kyla. Silver Tiger's not going to be in the match, for obvious reasons. He is the Universal Champion. We then want Lopez. How many is that? 7. All right. Dragon Americano. I think, yeah, Devious Dr. Fang deserves an opportunity. He's actually been pretty impressive. He's now pushing as an upper mid-carder as well. And then finally, let's go with Tricolor. Yeah, I don't really want to put tag teams in, like, both members of a tag team. So I think we'll go Tricolor Junior there as well. That's pretty stacked. That's a pretty stacked match. We're going to give it 30 minutes as well. And the winner is going to be... I'm not sure if I want to make it El Critico or Kyler. It doesn't really matter because like this isn't actually the number 1 contenders. It is, but there's going to be a bit more to the actual story. I guess let's go El Critico to win. We then want the runner-up to be Kyler. A finalist we want to be, I guess, El Mitico. And then we also want... Oh, we have a lot of faces in here. Let's go let's go Dragon Americano. The most eliminations can be Kyler as well. But unfortunately he does just lose out to El Critico at the end. It's going to be decisive, and we also want to make it open, called, and slow built as well. Alright, that looks pretty good. Taking up a whole 35 minutes. Unfortunately, it does leave us a little bit short with the rest of the roster, but even saying that, we have a massive roster anyway. So we want Scythe to take on someone down the card. Let's go Kid San Juan. And we'll give it 10 minutes. It's going to be like a normal match. But of course, Scythe is going to pick up the victory. Can we call with San Juan? Yes, we can. All right. There we go. We'll then go a tag match. So we do actually need to do... We need to do the tag team title match, and Dos Phoenix are our number 1 contenders at the moment. So let's have them take on Silent Accusers. And they're going to get another nice win under their belt. Continuing their momentum as they go into their Parijas titles match. Up next, we want a Silver Tiger High Spots match. Have we done Island Boy already? I think we might have. Either way, let's do it again. Silver Tiger, Island Boy Apollo, High Spots. Obviously, Silver Tiger getting the victory, non-title as well. And I mean, realistically, that should probably be a B-rated match. We then can go some women's matches. Let's go with a triple threat tag team match. And we want the Crown to take on... I think we'll go Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter. And then they can also take on Poison Ivy and Purple Viper. Give that 12. I'm not really too worried about who wins. Obviously, we should probably keep Dreamer strong. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Chuck that up there, and then we need one more match. Let's go a Fatal 4-Way for the Mexico title. And we're going to go with, obviously, Austin Smooth. Blue Phantom's going to be involved in there again. Felipe Caballero. Poor Felipe, if you watched the last episode. Oh, man, he got flabby. Let's just say that. He got flabby. He went up in his size, got flabby, and lost about 11 points of star quality. Went from an 87 B+ down to a 76 B-. Basically skipping out a whole grade. So sad. I actually felt really bad about doing it as well. And then finally, we need another face. Yeah, no, let's go Extra Angero. Extra Angero doesn't really get much love. Mexico title on the line, and we're going to have Austin Smooth pin Extra Angero. Alright, there we go. What else do we need? I think we'll just go angles now. So let's go with a Kyler angle before the Battle Royale. We then want a Scythe Menace angle. What else? Silver Tiger. And we can go one more angle. Now, I wanted to do an angle after the main event, but we might leave that for the next show. And instead, we'll do a 4-man angle. So we'll go Austin Smooth, Blue Phantom, Felipe Caballero, and Extra Angero. I think Extra Angero can speak, yeah. He can actually speak really well. I should probably use him more often. He looks like a really solid mid-carder. Alright, there we go. Let's add a few pre-matches. Or pre-show, not pre-matches. We'll start off with a Team Burning Fury victory over the Juggernauts 2. I'll give Miyake the victory there as well. And then in our other match, we'll go with another tag. And we'll go Urban Gladiators to take on Firefly and Huracan. Could actually be a pretty decent tag team, those two. And we'll give the victory to Labyrinto. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Actually, let's go another women's match as well. Actually, there's quite a few people we haven't used. That's fine. Let's go Hellcat and... yeah, Pinky. Why not? Pinky Perez is actually really, really good. So I think we should probably start pushing her a little bit more. Can Hellcat actually call? I think she can now. Yeah, she definitely can. 72 B- psychology there. Hellcat's really good as well. I just noticed that with looking at her stats. Alright, let's run the show. Big main event. We start off with a 55 C- for our pre-show. Team Burning Fury defeating the Juggernauts 2 in 9:36 when Motoyuki Miyake defeated Ramos by pinfall with a knockout kick. And we have Takashita improving in performance skills. We then go into a 56 C- where we have Urban Gladiators defeating Amazing Firefly and Huracan in 10:10 when Labyrinto defeated Firefly by pinfall with a Labyrinto roll. Pretty good. And then a 61C to end off the pre-show with Pinky Perez defeating Hellcat Hernandez in 10-13 by pinfall with a pink butterfly bomb. Yeah, just a pretty solid women's match. Alright, so we then start the show with a 59C rated angle for all 4 members of our Mexico title match tonight. Not too bad. The match itself gets a pretty good rating, 67C+. Where we have Austin Smooth defeating Blue Phantom, Felipe Caballero, and Extranjero Loco in 9:35 when Austin defeated Extranjero by submission with a smooth hold. And we have Austin Smooth making defense number 4 of his Campeonato del Mexico title. We've got quite a few improvements here as well. We've got Felipe in Rumble and Technical, and then we have Blue Phantom improving in Rumble as well. Moving on to the women's triple threat tag match, getting a 68C+, another pretty good rating. And we have the Crown defeating Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter, and Poison Ivy and Purple Viper in 12:23. The order of elimination was Poison Ivy and Viper first, and then Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter. We also have Purple Viper improving in performance skills. We then go into a 100 A-star from our Universal Champion, Silver Tiger, prior to his Hotspots match. Does pretty well, getting a 75B-. I think our Island Boy is not exactly the best high flyer. He's passable, but not outstanding at the same time. Anyway, Silver Tiger defeating Island Boy Apollo in 10-17 by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. 89 in-ring performance there from Silver Tiger. Crazy stuff. Yeah, moving on to a 65C where we have Dos Phoenix defeating Silent Accusers in 10-10 when Phoenix 3 defeated Hush by pinfall with a high velocity leg drop. We also have Hush improving in Rumble skills as well. Good match, continuing the momentum for Dos Phoenix. We then go into a 90A rated menace angle there for Scythe. And again, we're sort of just giving him, lower mid-carders in order to try and push him up the card with these, decent menace angles. The match itself is a squash match in inverted commas, getting a 67C+, where we have Scythe defeating Kid San Juan in 9:33 by pinfall with an underworld spike. Obviously, it's not exactly a squash match, but, in these terms, you would think of it in that manner. We also have Kid San Juan improving in performance skills, so pretty good, pretty happy with that. We then go into a 100 A-star angle from Kyler, as you'd expect, off script, doing really well, and with his popularity at a C+, almost a B- in every region, he's going to get these angles every single time. Now, we've got the Mayhem Battle Royale. Okay, it does pretty well, 79B. I thought it might have been a little bit better, considering who's in the match. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Anyway, we have El Critico winning a 10-man Mayhem in 30-23. The other members of the Final Four were Kyler Adams, El Mitico Jr., and Dragon Americano, with Kyler being the final elimination. Kyler Adams also got the most eliminations over the course of the match. We got a few improvements here. We got Tricolor improving in performance, El Critico once again improving in performance, and then finally we got Kyler improving in Rumble skills. So if you noticed in the last episode, I think it was, his technical skills rose, and actually I think it was, not sure if it was mat wrestling. I think it was mat wrestling. Actually got up to a C+ for the first time, our first ever top row C+. Anyway, let's end the show. Alright, we get an 81B. It's not too bad. I was hoping for a B+, an 83 for our TV shows, but that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's still a lot higher than our current popularity. And that was actually the last TV show of February, so we're going to advance forward. And we're going to check out how much money we actually made, because it looks like we're going to make a lot of money. Alright, so Eddie Chandler, Time to Heal. Atala Tony getting a 1.08 TV rating. Angel of Mercy thinks Hush is going to be a star. Yeah, I mean, he's got the star quality and charisma. But, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely got potential. He's still only 28. He's also still the Mexican champion for CILL. Alright, I think the popularity is the same from where we left off, so we don't really need to look at that too much. But we do also have Alina America. And one other thing I want to do is find Ernest. And we're going to push him up to a mid-carder. Currently only a lower mid-carder, but I kind of see him as a mid-carder at the moment. Popularity, El Critico actually didn't gain any popularity for that win, so might have been a little bit of a mistake. El Mitico's up to a 60C, which is really nice. Also now pushing as a main eventer. Unfortunately, we never managed to get him the Mexico title. A little bit sad about that, but anyway. And who else? Let's go Kyler. I'm assuming he probably, yeah. Oh, did he? I think he might have actually gained... I think he gained another point in Southeastern. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Alright, let's go to the end of the month. And we'll see how much money we made. I think I looked after I finished the last episode, and our finances, our pay-per-view income was like a lot higher than the last month. So I'm expecting at least over 300,000 profit for this month. Alright, we got a pay rise request from Dreamer. Oh, we didn't... Ooh, we didn't give her a contract. El Hijo del Fantasma. I mean, he'd be another good option to bring in. Yeah, I don't know. We should bring him in, but then again, we already have a super bloated roster. Let's have a look at creative meetings. El Mitico is actually number 1. That, I didn't really expect that. Yeah, I really didn't expect that. Fair play to him, though. Kyler was number 1 previously. I mean, it's kind of strange to see Silver Tiger, our most over and most, you know, our current champion as well, being in at number 3. Next big things, good to see the 2 women there as well. Happy with that. What about hot prospects? We have Mystico. Francisca's in there as well. How's Francisca doing? I mean, she's doing pretty well. She's definitely doing pretty well. Definitely our future, you know, carrier of the women's division. In every regard, to be honest. I mean, she can talk. She has incredible performance stats apart from psychology and stamina. Anyway, let's advance. 3 days, we'll get into the month of March, and yeah, check that finance and the profit that we've made. Like I said, I'm expecting good things. Of course, we built the dojo, so we actually made a loss last month, but again, it was only like 75,000, which is pretty small considering our dojo cost us about 300 and something, 380,000, something like that. Cerebro. I mean, he'd be a great option. I really like his mask as well. It's kind of just all over the place. Now, Spencer, we were going to bring Spencer in. And I think we should bring him in sooner rather than later. Ultimate Phoenix leaving. Now, I could just bring him in for like 3 months. Just take his popularity off him. Have him lose to Kyler. I mean, he's only going to be about the same as El Critico. And, you know, with a few angles as well, we could probably keep his popularity relatively high. Ooh, should we go in for Cerebro? Go into a bit of a bidding war? I think we should. I mean, I don't see why not. Cerebro's really good, man. Like, he's over. Extremely talented. Star quality is lacking a little bit. But he's also young. He's only 28. I like Cerebro. Oh, he's a very negative influence. Okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to take a miss on him. We're going to get Star Master in anyway, so it's not too big of a miss. Star Master's not being re-signed, so it works out pretty well. Not as popular, but I would say around the same, if not better. He's definitely better in his top rows than Cerebro. And he actually has a bit more star quality, so yeah, it's pretty interesting, Anyway, like I said, he can also be in a relatively good tag team as well with Cosmic Rider. Now, the finances, 260,000 profit. I was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, looking back, we're still making even more money than we did back in December of 2018. So yeah, doesn't really matter too much. Let's have a look at the hidden gems as well before we advance. Basically the same as it's been for a long time. Yeah, it hasn't really changed too much. I mean, Guerrero Muerto would be a good option to bring in. Extremely talented in the ring. Really good stamina, star quality. Does he have a tag team? Oh, he has a strong dislike of Lopez, though, so probably not going to happen. Anyway, let's advance, get into Battalla Turner. We've got a pretty big main event for this one, actually. You might be able to predict it. It's basically going to be a fatal four-way between the final 4 members of our... Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, you bastards. Really? They're coming back in for DDF, who literally, they let his contract run out. Absolute sons of bitches, man. I mean, that's probably my fault. I should have put him on a written deal, considering he's only 25 and he's actually that good. Let me give him a bonus as well. Let's give him a 8,300 bonus. Just to try and sweeten the deal. They're actually giving him 20% bonus per pay-per-view. Alright. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't really want to lose him, but at the same time, if we're going to get Star Master in, which we are, so we may as well. May as well offer him his contract straight away. It's interesting that he has nothing to report in his behavior. I find that very strange. Anyway. $6,290. I'd say that seems relatively cheap. Who's this guy? Armando Caballero. 78B for color commentary. Also a locker room leader, and he's got massive popularity. Holy crap. Hold on. What is our color commentator? She's Farrah Hesketh, but what is her Only a B minus. Alright, so we actually have a chance to get in a better color commentator. I think this one we might actually go into a bidding war. Let's just round it off at 6,000. Yeah, so there we go. He looks like he wants to come. Alright, well hopefully that comes to fruition. That'd be pretty good. Could also get rid of Farah Hesketh after that as well. Alright, nice. Island Boy Apollo entertaining the locker room with a poker tournament. And let's do a little rib here to someone. Poison Ivy. I think, I'm pretty sure we ribbed her last time as well. But the wrestling industry up to a B, and the economy at a B minus now in Mexico. Really, really, you know, pushing us forward. Alright, so the main event, it is going to be that Fatal 4-Way. And it's going to be El Critico, Tyler Adams, Dragon Americano, and El Medico. And it's going to be for the #1 contendership. And I think we're going to give it to El Medico. Believe it or not, El Medico is actually going to pin... I was going to do El Critico. I think I'm going to anyway. Yeah. I don't think he'll do it. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't really want to keep him... Okay, never mind. He'll do it. Okay, El Critico, absolute beast. What a champion. I guess he knows that El Medico is, you know, the #1 franchise player, so he can kind of get on board with taking a loss. Alright, so with that, I actually want to have an angle afterwards, and we're going to have Silver Tiger and El Medico together. One thing I need to check is El Medico in the Universal? Yes, he is. Okay. Perfect. Alright, up next... Let's go with a... Well, the real question is, do I want to do... We have to do the tag team title match at some stage if DDF is leaving. Actually, we have to do both matches. Okay, well, with that, what we're going to do, we're going to have the Trios title match tonight. Just as a last resort. So, Absolute Power, and then they're going to be teaming with Samael. And they're going to be taking on Heroes. Bit of a culmination of the storyline. It's not finished yet, but hopefully we will actually get, you know, a nice finish with Scythe being involved. And I think we'll give the victory to Angel of Mercy. And we can actually make the loser. Let's make the loser DDF. Can we call? I think we can call. We still can't call, I don't think. Because of Major Juanta. Trios titles on the line. There we go. Again, we want to give... Let's give Ernest a match. And he can take on Miyaki. And we'll have Ernest get the victory. Open, called, decisive. Alright, that one's pretty easy. We need a Silver Tiger match as well. I mean, Blue Phantom, now pushing as an upper mid-carder as well. I mean, his push has been... Well, it seems like it's been really quick. I did actually want him to beat Austin for the title, but at this point, it doesn't even really seem necessary. What I find very strange is his popularity is a 46, but it's only a 32 in the other two regions, whereas West Central, it's like really high. I don't really understand that. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look. What have we got? Got Hurricane. We've done that before many times. I think we've done that many times as well. What about Oichi? Oh, he's a brawler. Never mind. Let's go Sunny. I know we've done this one before as well, but I don't think we've done it for quite some time. The Silver Tiger taking on Sunny Wildside. Another guy I should really start pushing. Alright, so there's that one. Let's go women's tag. Let's just have a bit of a rematch. So we'll have the Crown take on Dreamer and Lauren Easter. And basically this is going to be 50-50 booking. And we're going to have Lauren Easter beating Brooke Tyler. Can we call yet? Oh, I think she might actually be able to call now. Okay, nice. Alright, let's do some more. Actually, let's go one more match. Let's go... yeah, we'll go tag match. We'll go New Wave Outlaws to take on, I guess, the Puerto Rican boys. Have we done this one? We have indeed done this one. In that case, let me change it up a little bit. Let's go Boom Boom Jamaica instead of Kid San Juan. So these two can team up. And we're actually going to give Boom Boom the victory there as well. Mobstar can lose. We might actually have Mobstar and Boom Boom go into a little bit of a feud with each other. Just for something to do with Boom Boom and Mobstar. I mean, we literally haven't done anything with Mobstar since we brought him in. Alright. Up next, let's go with an El Critico and Kyla angle together. Obviously, you can see where I'm going with this this storyline. So, Kyla obviously being the most dominant in the Mayhem match. And then, of course, we have El Critico eliminating him at the end. Basically, it was your typical MJF situation in the, what was it, the Diamond Ring Battle Royale, or whatever it was called in AEW. And it's where the heel is on the outside. The face thinks they've eliminated everybody. Heel comes back in. In this case, we'll have El Critico hit his finisher on Kyla, the critical mass, I think it is. And then obviously pick up the 1-2-3. And becoming, well, what he thought was the number one contender. But, you know, Ole management didn't find it so entertaining. And instead they made this fatal four-way with the final four competitors of the Mayhem Battle Royale. Up next we need, well, let's go an angle for heroes. So Angel of Mercy. And then we want Lopez and Marcos. Been a while since we gave these guys an angle, but they pretty much need to take back the trios titles, unfortunately, which I didn't really want to do. But again, it's kind of my own fault for not putting, you know, Devious Dr. Fang on a written deal when I kind of knew that I should have. Up next, let's work the crowd with this one. Gonna be no angle. I would like to do an Ernest angle, So let's chuck one of those in. We'll make the women's match storytelling as well. We need to reduce 1 minute from something. Yeah, just reduce it from the women's match. Doesn't need to be 12 minutes. And we can do one more angle, so... I think I'm going to go with the women. I think Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, up next, I want to have a tag match. It's going to be the women as well. We're going to have a pre-show debut. She's going to make her actual sort of in-ring on the main show debut at the next pay-per-view. So we're going to keep Alina America on the pre-show for now. She's going to team up with Pinky Perez to take on Francisca Marcos and Purple Viper. And of course, Alina is going to pick up a victory. Script and decisive. Then we'll go a trios match. Let's go the Juggernauts. And they can take on Firefly, Phantom, and Tricolor. Ooh, we might actually just make that 10. And we'll give Phantom the victory. What else do we want to do? Well, who else do we have left? Alright, so we have Scythe. We'll just go these two to take on Hurricane and Yellow Flash. Give Big Bad Scythe the victory. I'm pretty sure it can be... No, it has to be scripted. Bloody Hurricane. Okay, I think the women's match probably will outperform all the men's matches on that pre-show. So yeah, let's run it. Starting off with a 63C, where we have Amazing Firefly, Blue Phantom, and Tricolor defeating the Juggernauts in 9:41, when Blue Phantom defeated Alejandro by pinfall with a Phantom Cradle. Got a couple of improvements here. Tricolor in performance, and then Blue Phantom in Rumble. We then go to a 65C, where we have Cosmic Rider and Scythe defeating Hurricane and Yellow Flash in 9:32, when Scythe defeated Hurricane by pinfall with a choke slam. And we also have Scythe improving in performance skills. And finally, it's a little bit worse, 62C for the women's match, where we have Alina America and Pinky Perez defeating Francisca Marcos and Purple Viper in 12:27, when Alina defeated Purple Viper by pinfall with a Southern Lights bomb. Yeah, pretty good gimmick rating there for her babe gimmick, above average. And we also have Alina improving in performance skills as well. Good stuff. Alright, we then start the show off with a 79B. And for good reason, yeah. We have Boom Boom Jamaica and Island Boy Apollo defeating New Wave Outlaws in 10:26, when Boom Boom Jamaica defeated Mobstar by pinfall with a Drop the Boom. And yeah, as you can see, obviously New Wave Outlaws have great chemistry. And apparently Boom Boom Jamaica and Island Boy Apollo also have excellent chemistry when teaming together. So we have another new tag team. And this one is probably going to be a little bit more main event in the future than the Puerto Rican boys. So for now, while Island Boy is in the sort of mid-card, he's going to stick with Kid San Juan. However, once he does eventually get into the main event, he will find himself alongside Boom Bim. I mean, all three of them are in the Caribbean connection. Obviously, I know that Puerto Rico is not part of the Caribbean, but it's pretty close. It's in Central America. Obviously, the Caribbean's in Central America as well, to an extent. And they're all around the same sort of area, dominated by oceans, basically. Yeah, really good match. No improvements, but really good to see some chemistry between those two. Let me know if you have a name for their tag team. Yeah, maybe the Senem. No, that doesn't sound very good. I thought it sounded good in my head, but I'm not even going to finish what I was saying. We then go into a 57 C- with Ernest Youngman's angle. So it's not too bad, actually. I think he was doing D pluses a couple of weeks ago, so happy for that. His match getting a 64C, where we have Ernest defeating Motoyuki Miyake in 9:48 by pinfall with the hit. Ernest outperforming Miyake as well, so pretty happy about that. We then go into a 67C+ for the Electric Dreamer Lauren Easter angle together. And apparently Dreamer's gimmick is getting stale, so we'll have to tweak that. The match itself does really well, 73B-, where we have Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter defeating the Crown in 11:07, when Lauren Easter defeated Brooke Tyler by pinfall with a belly-to-belly suplex. We also have Lauren Easter improving in technical skills as well. We then go straight into an 80B for Silver Tiger defeating Sunny Wildside in 9:41 by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. Of course, this is the Hotspots match. And Silver Tiger doing what he does best, getting another 89 in-ring performance there. Pretty happy with that. Moving on to a 71C+, where we have the Heroes stable prior to their Trios title match, which does well, 73B- there. And we have Heroes defeating Evil Inc. in 1940 when Angel of Mercy defeated Devious Dr. Fang by pinfall with a Mercy of God. Angel of Mercy and the Eternal Kings win the Campeonatos de Trios titles. But unfortunately, we also have Flores picking up a quizzical neck strain. And the injury slowed him during the match as well, so hopefully not a botch. Anyway, we go straight into a 99A star for the El Critico and Kyla Adams angle. Bit of a confrontation. Obviously, I talked about what happened in the Battle Royale Mayhem match. And this is Kyla basically confronting El Critico for not being a true winner and saying that, you know, it's good that management also agree with me, thinking that you're an undeserving #1 contender. And yeah, basically after this match, they're going to be pre-booked in to a match at the next pay-per-view. The main event does really well, 85B+, where we have El Mitico defeating Kyla Adams, Dragon Americano, and El Critico in 2021, when El Mitico Jr. defeated El Critico by pinfall with a Northern Lights suplex. And then, yeah, Dragon Americano being the weak link, only getting a 63. Not exactly up to main event scratch, but, you know, full credit to him. He's made the step up, and he's in an 85B+ rated match. We also have improvements for El Critico, improving in both technical and performance yet again. And then we also have El Mitico improving in performance skills as well. And the final angle, 94A, where we have Silver Tiger confronting El Mitico Jr., his new #1 contender for the Universal title. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So let's get both of these matches booked in for Dia de Todo El Guerrero. The first match, obviously, 2 out of 3 falls. Going to be El Critico taking on Kyla. Should be a pretty good match. Hopefully another B+, but could be an A. Could be an A. We're only going to make it a 20-minute match as well, because El Critico, I don't think he likes the longer matches. Of course, the 30-minute Iron Man with him and El Mitico only got a 79B, so I think short and sweet with his stamina is probably best. And of course, the other match for the Universal title, Silver Tiger, the champion, taking on El Mítico, the #1 contender. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's end the show. And we get an 86 B+ for our TV show. Really impressive. Should be another really high TV rating. Maybe like hopefully a 1.20 or something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, we got a rival bid update. So south of the border have gone in again. Oh wow, they're really going in. 8,100, which is a lot higher than what we just bid. I mean, we might not even be able to offer that much money. We'll try and go 9,000. I think 9,000 is a pretty good number. And we'll bump this up to the maximum. Let's also give him a 10% bonus as well per event. Oh, okay, there we go. Strongman coming in, being a bit of a dick of an owner. How much was that? 7,860. Okay, we're definitely not getting him then. Yeah. I mean, we'll go 20%, but at this point, I don't think... Oh, wow. He doesn't he doesn't even want to give us the highest signing bonus possible. 7,280. Literally $100 less. Okay, well, I think we're probably gonna miss out on him. But now we've got this one as well with Devious Dr. Fang to work out as well. And they're gonna give him over 10,000 per month. Okay, I don't think we can, oh, we can. So we'll go our maximum. Let's, give a 20% bonus and we'll try and go. Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. Alright, so we got Flores, and it was a botched move from Devious Dr. Fang. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, he's currently working through it. Does he have... Okay, luckily there's no simmering tension. And the Batalla Turner getting a 1.07, so, man, it's pretty low. Got a pay rise request from El Mítico. And, yeah, he wants to be, he wants his pay rise increase on his written deal, which is not great. We're going to give him 75%, pretty much because we have to at this point. Which is an extra 5,000. That's a lot of money. But let's check out his popularity, because I'm assuming it must have... Didn't even go up that much. It really didn't even go up that much. Okay. It's gone up 3 points for the main event win. Let me just check Kyler. I just want to make sure that his hasn't gone down. I don't think it's gone down. I think it went down a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Let's check our Critico, because he actually took the loss. Yeah, so that did go down 2 points. So 2 points in Southeast and then 1 point in West Central. But that's going to go down again because he's more than likely going to lose to Kyler. He's also just turned 44 years old. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright. Let's advance. We'll try and do one more TV show and then we'll end the episode. Now I did get a suggestion. So we're going to do this really quickly, and that is to look for some young Mexican wrestlers that have, well, we could probably just do any wrestler in general that can work in Mexico with really high star quality. Even if they're not so good, as long as they... Ooh, Prieto. Definitely need to re-sign him. I mean, his popularity is so high, I should probably try and use him. I mean, there's no real way to use him in angles. I suppose overness. We could use overness angles. Yeah. Oh, another rival bid update. And, yeah, we can't compete with that, so... Yeah, looks like DDF is going to be leaving us. But let's get Manuel Prieto's contract. Now, do I put him on a written deal? That is an interesting question. I think we're going to. 11,580. And basically, actually, does it make sense? I mean, it kind of does. It's going to be about the same as a pay per appearance deal anyway. So it does make sense. And here we go, Star Master. And we want him to come in as a heal, so he can actually team with Cosmic Rider. And unfortunately, we're going to be losing one of our best heal tag teams in absolute power. But I guess in another way, we will be starting a new tag team to replace it. So it's not too bad. Let's do another auto push. What is Star Master? I'm saying upper mid card. Mid card. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. He might actually go up to upper mid card once Devious Dr. Fang leaves. And once again, let's push Ernest as a mid-carder as well. Alright. Interesting that we have barely any morale issues now as well. Alright, so let me do the signing first of all. And what we want to do is look for wrestlers to hire. Let's go male, because obviously we can't exactly send females to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And then we want the age. Let's go... Under 28, I think, would be a decent option. Can work in Mexico. And we are looking for... We'll start off with great. We want great star quality. Alright, so there's not too many people, actually. You got Ash Barnaby. Yeah, pretty decent high flyer. But doesn't really need much developing, really. Similar for Aztec Prince. Yeah, I mean, he's just really good, to be honest. Rican Love Machine. I mean, again, he's also just really good. We could pretty much just sign him straight away. El Hijo de la Guila. Again, also really good. El Jaguar. Alright, who's this guy? Haruhiro Nakamoto. I'm going to assume that he's probably just on excursion. So I don't really see much of a point in signing him. Got Jagged, Joffy Lane. Ooh, good old Kid Fantastic. Tell you what, I low-key want to bring him in and send him to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. But he's a spot monkey, so he would break my owner goal. Who's this guy? Lunatic. I've never seen this guy before. I mean, he's actually not too bad either. The top row's pretty lackluster, but everything else seems relatively good. Good star quality. I mean, I don't see a lot of downside to this guy, to be honest. I mean, Lunatic could easily become part of Evil Incorporated. Yeah, interesting. I think I'm going to sign him. Let's get him on a written deal. I like him. Definitely like the look of him. 2,160. Oh, there we go, 50. Okay, well, there's Lunatic. So we're actually I'm gonna send him to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, even though it would probably make more sense for me to keep him myself. I mean, Vendetta would be a good option to actually send to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And finally, Victor Pasquale. Yeah, we definitely won't be bringing him back in. Very negative influence. All right, let me filter it even a bit more. We'll go just good star quality. All right, we've got Aldous Blackfriar, who could easily come in and do a very good job. But I'm wondering, would it be a good idea to bring him in and to actually send him to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling? I'm wondering if that would be a good idea, because it's obviously going to help Mid-Atlantic Wrestling out. It's going to help him out as well. Probably not. It'd probably be better off just staying with us. I mean, Anarchist would be a good option as a tag team partner for the other guy that I just signed. Interesting. We have guys like, well, I can't sign him unfortunately, but Kamikaze would be a really good option as well. But unfortunately, he's a spot monkey, so again, that's breaking my goals. This guy actually doesn't look too bad. Now, he would actually be a proper option to send to a developmental territory. But he's an extremely negative influence, man. If he wasn't, I would actually sign him straight away. That's unfortunate. What about this guy, George Velasco? Probably a little bit too bad. I don't really want to sign him anyway. We've got David Iglesias. I think we've seen him quite a few times. I mean, Edo Phoenix is a guy I actually want to bring in to be a part of Tres Phoenix. And I should probably do that sooner rather than later as well. How much is he going to be? He's actually really cheap. Wow. He's actually really good for being that cheap. You know, really good star quality. Can speak on the mic as well. Let's bring him in. I know, again, I'm going a little bit crazy. This guy is actually going to be a member of the roster. And we're going to rename him as Phoenix 5. So 1610. Super cheap, though. Like, really cheap. Purely for the fact that he has, like, no popularity. But there we go. Phoenix 5. Welcome to Oli. We got the Raging Bull, Fernando Fernandez. Star quality is a little bit low. Javier Sanz. He actually doesn't look too bad. Got some good stamina, good menace, star quality. I mean, the top row is not great, neither is his psychology. I don't think he'll ever actually become anything special. Maybe not. We'll move on from him. You got Lucas Jimenez. 6'10". Okay. You got Lunatic, who's the guy we're currently signing. I'm not sure if I want to send him down. Now, Malefic might be an option to send down. But at the same time, I mean, he could actually form a pretty good stable with a guy like Lunatic and Anarchist as well. Who's this guy? Pioso Jr. Okay, never really looked at him before either. Stealth Z. I mean, there are still some really good, talented unemployed workers out there in Mexico. I mean, Demon King would be another pretty good option. I've had a little look at him before from EMLL. I was actually thinking about bringing him and Guerrero Muerto in as a tag team when we first went to Cult. I decided against it, though. Now, the question is, do I want to bring Anarchist in? Let's have a look. He's not great, but he can call matches. He can call. And we can put him in a tag team with, I've forgotten his name again. Lunatic. Yeah, so Lunatic and Anarchist. They actually look very similar, so I think I'm going to bring him in. A little bit more expensive, but at the same time, doesn't really matter too much. 3,110. There we go. All right, that's going to do us. No more signings. And I literally, the point of me doing that was to sign people for developmental. And I have literally done none. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to the TV show. It's going to be a bit of a long episode, this one. Probably an hour 30, hour 25, something like that. Alright, so Fast Navarro is that the referee. Not very interested in him. No way. Hold up. Please be national. Please. Oh, why did I just click on that? Click on that. Oh my god, they're national. Yes. Oh, we have to apply. Oh, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Job application. No way. No way, man. That is... Oh my god. Can you imagine? Okay, well, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit now. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, that's literally just thrown off this entire episode. I mean, if we get that job... Okay, so, yeah, Devious Dr. Fang joining south of the border, but we might actually be with him yet again. Okay. Alright, so Lunatic coming in. You got Edo Phoenix, who's going to be renamed to Phoenix 5. And honestly, like, I am actually in a little bit of shock from seeing that head booker job come up. And of course, we're actually allowed to apply. Wow, south of the border are coming in for North Star Jr. That's a strange one to me. I find that very strange. I mean, they can kind of have him. I don't really care about him that much. Should I? I don't really think I should. He's kind of just like a mid-card option for us. With, not great star quality. He's also 30 years old now, so I don't really think he's going to improve too much. But you know what? Let's bid him up. I know there's a possibility that I could be going to south of the border in the next episode. But yeah, let's just bid him up. Because if we stay at Ole, then obviously we want them to be hurting financially. We also have Flores back from his injury. And we also have Anarchist coming in to the company as well. And of course, that is essentially going to replace absolute power. All right, so we've got an Ernest Youngman incident here, but it's a happy incident. And he's lifted the locker room with a video game tournament. And then we have a wrestler caught there for Farrah Hesketh. And she's improving her behavior. Perfect. Alrighty, well let's book this show. I want to book it nice and quick so we can try and see the job application is probably going to be in the next episode, just to keep you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger. And we're getting pretty close to TEW 2020. Theoretically, if we get the south of the border job, we could literally be in a national size company, and if we get an A-star main event for a pay-per-view, a 99 or 100 A-star, we will actually complete the challenge. And I didn't expect that. I literally talked about it at the start of the episode. Strange times. Anyway, main event. Pretty simple one. We're gonna go very, very strong. We're gonna go El Mitico and Kyla. The dream team. Taking on their opponents, El Critico and Silver Tiger. And again, these two guys not really doing too well, getting on the same page. And as a result, Kyla is actually going to get a pinfall victory onto El Critico. There we go. It should be a big victory for Kyla as well. And I mean, at the moment, we kind of want him to have as much popularity as possible. Let me just check his stats. I know this is going to ruin the enter stat screen. But he's at a 75 reputation, but only 55 respect. That's not good in regards to going to head booker jobs, because I think the more respect you have, the higher chance you have. Obviously, reputation plays into that massively as well. Got a bad feeling that we're not going to get the job. I think it might be a little bit out of our wheelhouse. But if we do, we could finish the challenge. Anyway, let's book the rest of the show. Well, we know that Absolute Power are going to be no more. So in that case, we're going to have Dos Phoenix win the titles. Can we go? I think we can probably go 20. Let's go 20. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be scripted anyway. And I guess now we're stuck with Major Huanta. Unfortunately. I mean, he's improving, but at the same time, I kind of only brought him in for Devious Dr. Fang to make them a tag team. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyway, Phoenix 4 getting the pinfall victory onto DDF. Still can't call it. Script it. Slow build. Decisive. New tag team champions. Up next, we're going to go with a triple threat women's match, and I think we're going to give Alina her proper debut on TV. And she's going to take on... Let's go with Mystery Pink, and I think we'll throw in Poison Ivy to take the pinfall. And Alina, yeah, like I said, going to get the victory onto Poison Ivy. I think we can call, actually. I think both of them have decent psychology. Oh. That's a bit of a yikes. Let's just script it. I mean, we don't need to call it. I think Alina's good enough to call. Oh, she's not even good enough to call. Okay. Never mind. So Mystery Pink is furious. We'll just we'll keep her strong. Not a big issue. Okay, we're going to change her out of the match. And I think we'll put Francisca Marcos in there as well. Instead, sorry. There we go. Okay, Alina to pin Poison. Open script decisive. And now Francisca. I mean, she does have more popularity, so it kind of doesn't make sense that she's losing. But anyway, it makes sense in my head. So there we go. Up next, let's go let's go a title defense for heroes. And they can just take on the juggernauts. Nice and easy, makes sense. The short 10-minute trios match. And let's give Flores a victory, considering he's coming back from injury. So yeah, we got 2 title matches on this show. Up next, let's go a 6-way match for the #1 contendership for the Mexico title. And we'll have Blue Phantom. Who are some heels? Ernest can be in there as well. Felipe can be there. Mobstar. Let's go faces. Let's go Firefly. And let's go... who else can we go? Let's go Yellow Flash, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Why not? 10 minutes. Blue Phantom going to pick up the victory. The loser, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's go Yellow Flash. Open script decisive. Can we put Austin as color commentator? That would be pretty cool. No, we cannot. Never mind. All right. All right, let's do some angles. So let's go with... let's go with... I want to have Kyler and El Critico after the match. Going at it. So that's after. Before the match, I guess we can go... Let's go a Silver Tiger angle. I guess up next we can go with DOS Phoenix. So Phoenix 3. Phoenix 4. Basically, they say that tonight is their night. They're going to win the Parejas titles. Let's go with a Francisca Marcos angle as well. Because she is really good with her entertainment stats. To start off the show, let's go Blue Phantom. We might actually... I mean, everyone in this match, except for Firefly, can actually go... Well, they're actually all mid-carders. I'll make that storytelling. I'll make this high spots. Probably not. No. We can just do a high spots on the pre-show. But let's change Firefly to... Oh, he's a mid-carder already. Oh, nice. Ernest, mid-carder. Just check Yellow Flash, mid-carder as well. And a mid-carder there for Mobstar. Okay, perfect. So in that case, we'll just give it 20 minutes. I'll give it... Well, let's take a minute off this one. It is the Juggernauts after all. Alright, there we go. We got 3 20-minute matches, which you don't really see very often. Anyway, pre-book. Not pre-book, pre-show. Let's go with Austin Smooth and Dragon Americano. to take on Huracan and Takashita. And then we'll go we need a high spots match. So let's go Cosmic Rider and I guess Labyrinto to take on, yeah, the Puerto Rican boys. That's fine. High spots, open, called decisive. And yeah, we'll go another women's match as well. Let's just go with Dreamer taking on Hellcat. Actually, this would probably be a better high spots match itself. This should probably be the match on the actual show itself. Because I think that's really going to outperform everything else. Alright, let's run the show. Last one of the episode. In front of 8,000 people, we start off with a 63C, where we have Austin Smooth and Dragon Americano defeating Huracan and Takashita in 10:09, when Austin Smooth defeated Takashita by submission with a smooth hold. I mean, Austin pretty much getting a same or similar in-ring performance to Dragon Americano there. We then go to a 64C, where we have Cosmic Rider and Labyrinto defeating the Puerto Rican boys in 10:15, and Labyrinto defeated Island Boy Apollo by pinfall with a Labyrinto roll. Good stuff. And finally, 70C+, we have the women's high spots match with Electric Dreamer defeating Hellcat Hernandez in 11:51 by pinfall with an Electric Blue Bomb. Yeah, really good match. Probably beating out the main show women's match. Alright, so we then start off with a 65C from Blue Phantom prior to the 6-man match for the number one contenders spot for the Mexico title. Does pretty well, 68C+, where we have Blue Phantom defeating Ernest Youngman, Amazing Firefly, Felipe Caballero, Yellow Flash, and Mobstar in 2015, when Blue Phantom defeated Yellow Flash. I just noticed that they have colors at the start of their name. Again, could be another good tag team. Anyway, defeating Yellow Flash by pinfall with a Phantom Cradle. A couple of improvements, Blue Phantom in Rumble, and then Mobstar in Technical. So our new number one contender is Blue Phantom. He's going to be taking on Austin Smooth for the Mexico title. Yet again, another challenge. Will he be successful this time? Probably. We then go straight into the Trios title match, where we have a 65C, where we have Heroes making their first defense, defeating the Juggernauts in 9:05, when Flores defeated Alejandro by pinfall with a Flores Heaven Elbow. And then, yeah, Mercy and Eternal Kings making defense number one of their newly won Trios titles. We also have Alejandro improving in performance skills as well. We then go into a 74B- angle from Francisca. Very, very solid angle. Like I said, the match didn't expect it to do that well. 56C-, where we have Alina America and defeating Francisca Marcos and Poison Ivy in 12:10, when Alina defeated Poison Ivy by pinfall with a Southern Lights bomb. Yeah, Alina only with a 27, so I think we might have to start jobbing her out. Yeah. 62 for Francisca. And she's also improving in performance skills as well. She's a beast. We then go into a 58C- for Dos Phoenix's angle prior to their Parejas titles match. The match itself does really well, 76 B-. We have DOS Phoenix 2 defeating Absolute Power in 1957, when Phoenix 4 defeated Devious Dr. Fang by pinfall with a Phoenix Salt. DOS Phoenix win the Campeonatos de Parejas titles. And yeah, DDF with a 72 in-ring performance there. I'm going to miss him. Hopefully I'm not missing him for too long though, only a week. But yeah, Phoenix 4 suffering a mover's back strain. Hopefully not a bad injury, but he's also improving in performance skills as well. Moving into a 100A star angle for the pre-main event from Silver Tiger. And the main event does really well. I knew it would be pretty good. Getting an 88B+, where we have El Mítico Jr. and Kyler Adams defeating El Critico and Silver Tiger in 1945, when Kyler Adams defeated El Critico by pinfall with a K trigger. Really good match. 83 for Kyler, 77 for El Mítico, 89 there for Silver Tiger, and another 83 for El Critico. And once again, El Critico is improving in technical and performance skills as well. Alright, moving on to the final angle, getting a 98 A star, where we have Kyler Adams and El Critico once again going at it after the match. Basically, following on from last week and the angle that we had between those two on that last show. Overall share rating getting a 86. 58, where did I get that from? 86 B+. I think that was exactly the same as the last TV show as well. So a nice solid 86 there. In what could be potentially our last ever Oli show. I'm a bit torn. I don't know. Like, obviously, I would like to actually finish the challenge itself. Alright, so yeah, we got a rival bid update. They're going in pretty hard for North Star Jr. I mean, let's just try and max it out. And see if they actually increase their offer again. Alright, so let's have a look at Phoenix's injury here as well, nice and quick. Alright, he's literally out for 3 days. That's perfectly fine. And it was actually a botch by Major Juanta as well. Anyway, well, maybe it wasn't a botch, but it was just caused by Juanta. Anyway, TV rating getting another 1.08 for Batalla Eterna. And then we have Angel of Mercy thinking Ernest is going to be a star. So we'll delete all those. And, well, we have 3 new members on our roster. We also have a pay rise request from Phoenix. So we'll give him 75%. And as you can see, the application is still pending. Will we become the new head booker of South of the Border Pro Wrestling? You'll just have to wait and find out in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you give a like to the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Again, just want to say thank you to all those that have turned on the bell notifications. Like I said in the last episode, we're up about 1%. 1 whole percent. Just over 1% actually. With our subscribers that have notifications switched on. So make sure you do that. As always, guys, take it easy. I hope you're excited for the next episode. Goodbye.